Oh, we're starting with Ganglot. Okay. Oh, so we're getting an Ascended hero too. Right. Quick Repose 4! No, what the fuck? It finally happened.
Traitorous.
Gangloat. Quick Repose 4. Okay, what other game are we getting here? Oh, is this music? I actually don't recognize it immediately. Is this FE5? Reinhardt? Okay. It's Hardin.
I am Hardin, captain of the Knights of Aurelis.
This is a really good artist. Is it Daisuke Izuka? A-Speed Near Trace. This battle scene is pretty crazy looking, by the way. Alright, who else is here? Nyna, I think.
Fire Emblem is bestowed upon a true champion. One we believe has the power to save the world.
Are we gonna get like Ascended Camus? Oh, who's Ascended gonna be actually? That's a good question. Hold on. Could it be Tiki? Are we gonna get Ascended Tiki? Ascended Sita is a possibility too. Ascended Minerva, maybe? There's a lot of possibilities. Ascended Paula, I could see it. The most boring possible character? Oh man, that's exciting. Who already has a ton of ults. Oh no, is it Tiki after all? Oh my god. Yeah man, if you say so. That's pretty lame.
I can stay here with all of you, can't I?
The art is really good. I don't recognize the artist's name, but it's really good. Also crazy skills, of course. Ascended Tiki. Obviously, I would have greatly preferred Ascended Adult Tiki, since we have only 3 of those compared to Young Tiki's like 8 or 9. This banner is 2 alts, actually. Maybe you wouldn't count Hardin as an alt, but yeah. We should be getting a direct mode at least. I don't know who it'll be, there's so many options in Shadow Dragon. Oh, that's kind of random. She's not even a playable character. But she probably does well in CYL, so it makes sense that she's here. And this is a rearmed example. This person is giving the Arcane Axe to Hell. Interesting choice. We're getting 2 colorless emotes this time, which is actually really lame, and I don't necessarily like it. These staff emotes, usually the best thing they can offer is like skill fodder. Staff, is that a perf staff at least? Looks like it inflicts a Trilemma. Maybe an inheritable staff that inflicts Trilemma. Or maybe it's a perf staff, I don't know. Perf stave. To me it looks like it could be an inheritable Trilemma stave. Yeah, 2 colorless emotes. Also 2 non-player characters, which I guess I shouldn't complain. If people want them in the game, then that's fine with me. Of course, that does still leave FE Shadow Dragon, whatever it is, FE12. It leaves that roster with like still a ton of playable characters that aren't in Fae. But I have to say, I'm not personally interested in pulling on this banner, although that does depend on what kind of skill fodder we're looking at. We got Gangloat. At least is playable, is she? I played FE1. That's the only iteration of Marth's adventure that I've played. I played FE1 partially on stream, and I don't recall at least being playable in that version. Man, all those other characters I listed that could have been Ascended, it's like those were all way more interesting, right? Like Camus, and even like Sita or Paula. That's too bad. I feel like Young Tiki doesn't even do that well in CYL. Like, she hasn't won yet. Adult Tiki won CYL, so what's the deal? Why does Young Tiki keep getting all the alts? Also, Ascended Minerva would have been way cooler. Maybe they don't care, but in this case, they have Ganglot on the banner, so they couldn't do like an Axe Minerva Ascended, perhaps. British. She is British. I don't think that's the reason, but it is true. I don't think her voice actor is British in Japan. Oh yeah, so what? I mean, just real quick. She's an infantry unit, okay. I like this art style a lot though. The colors really pop in a way that's pretty cool. I don't recognize Nakomi. It reminds me of young Paula's artist, but it's not quite the same, I don't think. Very good art on this banner. All around. I was saying, I like Daisuke Izuka a lot. This artist never misses. This is like Resplendent South and the other Hardin and Black Knight. Also, Ganglot is a really cool character design. So, that's cool, I guess. She is kind of just like the cooler Hell. That's kind of how it worked out. Arcane Downfall. So we already basically know what this does, but it's always special trigger. At the start of combat, grants plus $5 stats. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Grants special cooldown charge +1 per attack. And when unit deals damage, restore 7 HP to unit. So, kind of like with the sword, it's just a couple of pretty good effects stacked on top of each other. Better than anything you'd get on another inheritable axe. I think the only inheritable axe that would maybe compete would be like the one that gives you damage reduction on second hit, right? Or maybe like the vulture axe, I don't know. Yeah, this seems, for the most part, it's just better than all the rest. Distance stance is really good for a rearmed hero to have. If I summoned a bunch of lists, I would have foddered Legendary Fae to him so I could pass on distance stance to a bunch of units, so I guess I'm glad I didn't do that. Because now if I want to do that, I can just summon for Gangloat instead. Quick Riposte 4. If unit's HP greater than 25 and foe initiates combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 25%, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. So this is just way, way better than Quick Riposte. This is a huge upgrade. So yeah, I mean, that's cool. Quick Riposte 3, it didn't really fall off. I guess it kind of did. It's just there's so many good B slots now. Like no follow-up, and you got lulls, and bulwarks, and tempos. So Quick Riposte kind of fell off a while ago. This is a very valuable unit, though, to pull a bunch of copies for if you're looking to, you know, do skill fodder. You can get Distance Stance, you can get Quick Riposte 4. If you really want, you can get Joint Distant Guard. People have been wanting Hardin for a while, so it's cool that he's here. Coyote's Lands. So a special trigger. Every single perp has this effect, except for Cherché's Wyvern Ono. I'm just a little irritated, that's all. At start of turn, if units within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +6, and the following effect to unit and cavalry allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. So this is a status. If unit initiates combat, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, and that's it, okay. It's pretty good. I think Naga has the same effect on her C slot with her remix. If unit initiates combat, or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +6 to unit during combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40, and deals damage equal number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat ×3. Okay. So just a lot of attacking speed. You can get Arcane Downfall, Distant Counter, Distance Stance, and QR4. Yeah, really. It's like the perfect fodder for dragons. Dragons and also anybody that has an axe. Yo, that'd be really good for Titania, actually. I was thinking I might give the Arcane Downfall to Titania, because I actually already have Distant Counter on her from way back. I used to use her very specifically to kill green tomes, so I was running like G Tome Breaker on her. She used to be really good. Then she fell off, obviously. I wonder how she would do with Arcane Downfall. Probably pretty good. Distance Stance, Quick Riposte 4, yeah. Attack speed near trace is new, which is kind of surprising. This will be good because in a couple months it'll be in the Hollow Forms pool, so you can get it on units that appear there. And Surge Sparrow, so he'll be strong, obviously. Granting auto doubles to, is it just cavalry? Yeah, cavalry allies within 3 spaces. It's a good effect, I just don't think people will use it a lot in practice. It's kind of hard to run like cavalry offense in Ether Raids, for example, because there are traps everywhere. Seems kind of boring. Yeah, he's strong. but we've gotten a couple more interesting lance units, not lances. Well, yeah, lance cast specifically, actually, like Sane. We got Sane this year. He'll be really annoying to fight, though. Every year we get, like, a new Dusel, right? Where it's like, they're just pretty strong and it's hard to kill them. Remember, like, 2019, where we just kept getting a bunch of lance calves that specifically had all stats +4 in their perfs? Like, Sirius had it, and then, like, a bunch of Lance Refines had it too. Like Parry. A new unit to get one shot by Micaiah. That's the spirit. Nyna time. The year of attack speed solo 3. True. A new inheritable stave. Respite. Oh shit! Okay, this is actually a really good staff. This is Sephiran's staff from Christmas. Grants defense, res +2, and guard to allies within 2 spaces of unit during combat. So this is really, really good. Because, like, it's a good staff, but, like, I never felt compelled to fodder my Sephiran just for it, right? But now you can give this to, like, whoever you want, and it's not a big deal, because she's in the common pool. So that's cool. Sabotage speed also is brand new in the common pool, so I like that. This is a good demote. I don't know about Elise. I can't see her skills yet. Once again, really good art. Suzuki Rika. This is the artist that does, like, all the FE4 characters, right? Like Legendary Sigurd, and Resplendent Eldigan, and Ular. Their style looks a little different here. I actually kind of like this a little better. Ascended Tiki. Is it weird that, like, when I first saw this art right here, I was like, wait, what's wrong with her neck? It looks tiny. It's being partially hidden by her her collar. Apparently Matthis is the GHB. I don't remember who that is. I'll have to look it up in a minute here. I was saying earlier, I like her art at least. I like how the colors look. I'm going to look up this artist real quick. They're not appearing in the artist list, so they might be new. Lena's brother, I think? He's a meme? I don't remember that character at all. I remember Lena. Yeah, Tiki looks cool, but I definitely would have preferred, like, literally any other character to be the Ascended, because we get young Tikis so frequently. Like, this is a character we get an alt of, like, every year. Pretty much. We got Fallen Tiki, we got Harmonized Tiki, we got one last year, but I forgot what it was. What did we get last year? Okay, so the last Tiki we got, young Tiki we got, was actually Halloween Tiki, and that was 2020. So it's been 2 long years since our last young Tiki alt. So fair enough. I still would have preferred Minerva or somebody. I think everybody would have preferred Minerva. But maybe I'm biased. Once again, this battle scene looks crazy. I hope we get, like, a really high res render of this so I can use it for the stream layout. Ascended Tiki is a red dragon infantry with Awoken Breath. She's got dragon effective damage. XR special trigger. Every single perf. Why did they exclude Cherche from this? What's the matter? Effective against dragons if units within 3 spaces of an ally. Grants blah +5. Grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. Neutralizes foes' bonuses. And also, if foes attack can trigger their special, and units res greater than foes res +5, inflict special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack. So this is a lot like the special blocking effect that Adult Tiki had in her Brave version, except it only activates if it's a defensive special that they have, and it only activates if you have more res. So they couldn't let Adult Tiki be unique for 5 minutes. They're like, look, we have young Tiki who can also kind of do that. Otherwise, like, no, actually, her perf is pretty stacked, actually. It's, like, less effects than usual, which is weird, because it's still, like, 5 or 6. But they're all really good effects, so. Speed Res Finish 4, we know what that does. It's kind of interesting. Speed Res Bulwark is also new. Her skill inheritance, it's not bad, it's just kind of specific. Like, I don't know who I would give Speed Res Finish 4 to. If you're gonna give if you're gonna give a Finish 4 skill to somebody, then, like, I feel like you're usually looking for attack res or attack speed. Speed Res Bulwark is probably pretty good though, for dragons. Altogether, grants Grants all stats +4 to allies within 2 spaces during combat. So that's just a passive effect, okay? If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, reduces damage from area of effect specials by X%. X is the number of allies within 2 spaces of unit times 40. Wow. So she can negate 80% of AoE special damage from 2 units. I don't have any units with Bulwark, so I have no idea what it does. It's like super obstruct. It's like Gatekeeper's Perf B slot, except it doesn't have the warping block in it. And it also lowers stats by 4. Oh, it also restores 7 HP to unit after combat. I forgot about that. Bulwarks are very stacked, actually. They're really good B slots. Oh, she heals... So look at this. Her A slot. When unit deals damage to foe during combat, restores 7 HP. Restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Like, she's just healing all over the place. Grants unit attack, speed, defense, rest +4 during combat. And reduces damage from foe's first attack by X%. X equals number of allies within 2 spaces. Max 40. Okay. So her C slot just gives her a bunch of shit. She gets 40% damage reduction on first hit. She gets 80% damage reduction on AoE specials. Yep, catch you later, Ignisol. Thanks for hanging out. And she gets all stats +4. She gets a lot of stats during combat. She gets like 9 to everything. And then on top of that, she gets speed res finish. Yeah, for me, as far as summoning goes, I'm not going to spend any orbs on this, unless I decide that I want this rearmed axe for Titania. I probably shouldn't. It's tempting. I'll think about it. It's like, even if I do that, like, what am I going to use Titania for? It would just be for the sake of it, really. If we had Resplendent Titania, it'd be so much easier to justify it. But yeah, man, that's basically it for the banner. For the most part, I don't feel the need to summon. So I probably won't, but I'll think about it. And that means that we're probably set to summon for Yune tomorrow, or Friday. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's going to be it for the reaction. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Next Fae-related thing we're doing is going to be summons for Yune, either tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned for that. Follow on Twitter or join the Discord to stay updated on what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm going to head out. Have a good night.